Hey lovelies, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Nurse MJ and I am so excited to have you here today again watching another video, another premium update drop. If you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button and join the family, and make sure that you not only subscribe, turn my post notification bell on. Everything about this channel is in the description. Today I've got a very beautiful and yummy update for you. And for those of you who do not know, I recently got an offer as a band 7 theater manager. Ooh, thank you. I know many of you have seen the video. If you haven't seen the video of my announcement, you can check out the official video. Okay, it's been for past few months now and I recently got my unconditional offer letter. I've been a registered nurse in the United Kingdom for about 4 years now. I practiced as a band 5 for about 2 years, and then I became a band 6, and now I am a band 7. It is something to be excited about. And during the period when I got this new job, new role, a lot of you asked me questions regarding this. How did you do it? How did you prepare for the interview? How did you get the job? How did you apply? All of this information, I already shared part of it in my formal announcement, so you can still check that video out if you haven't. But in this video today, I will share with you 7 commonly asked band 7 interview questions, and I will not only give you these questions, I will also give you hints on how to answer these questions like a professional and be the best in the game. Okay, so let us get right into it. Becoming a band 7 within the NHS takes a lot of dedication from your side, and you must be ready to put in the work. You need to be ready to take up new challenges. You need to be ready to teach, motivate, inspire the junior staff. So it is something that you need to be sure that you are ready to take up the challenge. So it's not something that you do to impress anyone. Oh, I'm not a band 7. No, it's a lot of work, and you must be sure that you are ready for that work. The summary is band 7 role is a leadership and management role. It is more of management. When you talk about band 6 role is more of leadership. But when it comes to band 7, it is more of a managerial role. Okay, so it means that you want to really know what is expected of you as a manager. I'll be giving you a few questions now that if you are preparing for a band 7 interview, or you want to know what it feels like, this video will give you that insight. Many of you wonder why you go for an interview and somebody gets picked out of thousands of you, or maybe not thousands, that's me exaggerating. A lot of you applied, yeah. So why did these people get shortlisted for the interview, and why did only one person got picked for the role? It is because this person has answered the question the way everybody else did not answer it. So you always aim to be unique. One of the commonly asked questions when you go for an interview, either band 6 or band 7 or band 5, is usually, why did you apply for this role? Your response to these questions always depend on this role, this job description for this role. So you need to be really careful. This is what I do. Here is how I answer this question. When you get this question, I want you to split it into 4 parts. The first part, you will be talking about your strength.
I am a passionate, focused, and career-oriented practitioner, and as a result, I try to get better every day and always go for every opportunity to develop and progress in my career. I am enthusiastic about career growth and development.
This is just the first part. This is just you talking about your strength. Remember, I say divide it into 4 parts. The second part, you want to talk about this new role. So we want to talk about why you are taking up this new role.
Taking up new challenges and responsibilities brings me fulfillment, which is one of the many reasons why I applied for this role.
Third part, you want to show them that you have been preparing for this role. You have done everything. You want to show off that you know the band 7 job description.
And over the years, I have consciously and consistently developed my skills and acquired competencies and knowledge that I believe has prepared me for this position. I possess exceptional communication skill, Teaching skills, I am confident, proactive, efficient team player, reliable, diplomatic, with a strong sense of leadership and management.
That's the third part. And then the fourth part, you want to you want to patronize the trust. That's what I call it. I want to say, I call it patronizing the trust, showing that, oh, they are the best, showing that you know the trust values. This is what you want to do on the fourth part. So this is how I'll answer this question. I'll say,
I am particularly excited to work for this trust, having gone through the values, which are you insert the trust values. These values align perfectly with my own personal, professional values. Therefore, I am confident about my capabilities in this role.
You have answered a why did you apply for this role question in 4 parts. Rarely would anyone respond to this question this way. So I don't want you to just download what I have given you. I want you to be more creative with your own response when you're responding to this kind of question. Second most commonly asked question, but before I go into it, I want you to be prepared to answer some scenario kind of questions. So they give you a scenario and they tell you what will you do, or how did you do, or what did you do, One very common question is, mention a time that you have led by example. So you want to mention a time that you have led by example. Think about it. Think about a situation. Think about a time that you have led by example. I wanted to know something that sometimes this scenario have not happened, but you simply can make it up. Yeah, you can make a scenario up, but the most important part is that you respond to that question. So not everyone gets to know what they ask on an interview. So you need to be prepared to make up something sometimes for your interviewer. They just want to see that you have the knowledge of what they're asking about. Okay, so you talk about a situation. Think about a situation, describe a situation that you've been in, and what happened in that situation, and then talk about what you did, how you got it done, describe your responsibilities, and talk about the actions that you took, the decisions that you made, and then talk about the result of these actions. So you think about a scenario, think about a situation that's happened in the past, and you use that to respond to the question. Usually when you want to answer this question, answer it in line with the band 7 role job description.
I observed one of the staff attempting to correct a new starter who was struggling a bit with learning in a manner that was quite abrupt, and called her aside to have a discussion. Talk to her about trust values around support, care, and respect for others, and the importance of effective communication. Then give suggestions on how to improve on communication, correction, and supporting new learners. We did teaching, repeating, and review. I then observed her approach and noticed marked changes.
Every answer that you're giving, you are answering like a band 7. You are not answering like you've never been in that role before. You are answering like you have actually been in that role before. Your responses need to be assertive, like you've done it, not I will or I know. You have done it. Okay, so that is how you will be responding to this question. Third most commonly asked band 7 interview question: what are the most important skills and qualities of a band 7? This question is simply testing your knowledge of the job description. So this is where you need to read a job description attached to this application very well. Let it sink, digest it, dissect this job description, and try to curate questions, interview questions even by yourself using the job description. And like I told you earlier, the band 7 role within the NHS is centered around leadership and management. As a leader, what will you be doing? You'll be teaching, you'll be coaching, you'll be supporting, you'll be mentoring, you'll be resolving conflict. There's a lot of things you will be doing. You'll be doing audits, you'll be doing stress management, staff management, sickness management. You need to learn about a lot of policies. You need to know about these things, and these are the kind of things that you want to talk about when you are answering this question. Fourth most commonly asked band 7 question is: how do you identify the learning and development needs of your team members? This is testing your job description knowledge. It wants to know if you understand what performance review is, what appraisal is, because these are the things that you do in checking out how your team member is doing. You want to know what is their strength and their weakness, and how you can help them, how you can provide training for them. How do you know this if you do not have this appraisal meeting, or one-to-one discussion, or performance review kind of discussion with them? So they want to test your knowledge of performance review and appraisals. I'll give a response to this question for you because I wanted to answer this question properly. I'll say,
having a system in place to measure the performance of the individual or members of my team is crucial to safe practice, their professional development, and team progress. And this I do through performance review, periodic one-to-one, appraisals, summative assessments, feedbacks, listening to views, objectives, goals, honest opinions, areas they want to develop, and creating action plans, setting SMART goals, specific, measurable, realistic, and time frame.
Fifth most commonly asked Band 7 interview question is, what are your strengths? Please make sure that you align the response to these questions with what they are looking for. So you need to look at the person's specification. This is what you need to respond to this question. Of course, you have your own strength, but make sure that they are aligned with what your employer is looking for. Number 6 is types of leadership. This one is plain. All you need to do is do a Google search and research the types of leadership. Now, usually this question comes in about, I think, 3 forms. They're going to ask you the type of leadership, and they're going to ask you which one you commonly use, and then they will ask you to give a scenario where you have used each type of leadership. Oh my God. Band 7 interviews are technical. And I tell you, I think my interview went for over 1 hour. But 7 interviews are not cheap. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it. You need to know a lot of policies. You need to know about a lot of leadership styles, and you need to be conscious of your own leadership style. So you need to assess yourself before going for that interview. What kind of leadership style do I use? This will really help you in answering this question. So you want to know the different types of leadership. We have transformational leadership, we have laissez-faire leadership, we have authoritarian, we have democratic, the transactional leadership style. So which one of them, after you've given them this type of leadership, you want to talk about which one of them do you use. They may ask you to give 3 that you use, and then if you give 3, you need to then give scenarios where you have used this type of leadership styles. And then they will also ask you, which one do you think is the best? And usually the best kind of leaders are leaders that can mix and match these different types of leadership, because different leadership, different situation, different scenarios calls for a different type of leader. Finally, the last, which is the 7th most commonly asked interview question. This one is very popular. It's not just a Band 7 interview question, but it's a question that they can ask you across every band. Who can guess? This is, why should we hire you? Yeah, why? We have so many people, so many qualified candidates. Why should we hire you? This is how I respond to this question.
My span of experience and my passion drives me to give my best at all times. I will ensure I drive through the trust values in delivering organizational changes. I will ensure the staff I am responsible for stay on top of their roles and responsibilities, and that the department experience remarkable success under my leadership.
So you want to show off, you want to talk about your span of experience. For instance, for me, I have a very wide experience in varieties of specialities. That is my span of experience, and I believe that bringing this to the table is a lot to add to the team. It will really come in handy for the team at different times. So you want to talk about this span of experience that you've got transferable skills that you believe that will be a great addition to the team's success. There are other lots of interview questions questions out there, but these are the most commonly asked questions I have come across. Yeah, and I took about 3 interviews, and these questions were consistent across these 3 interviews. Some will also ask you, they want to test your knowledge of research, if you know about what's going on around you. So I really need you to look out for, new development, NHS news, all this AI technology and all of those things. You want to read more about them so it can show that you are interested in health and you are interested in health information. I hope that you found this video useful and helpful, and if you did find it helpful, kindly drop me a thumbs up, give me an encouraging comment, and if you also have questions that you think you want me to respond to, kindly drop it in the comment section. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.